Hey guys, so I'm back with another Alliance War video. This time my Alliance Outlaw Immortals is going up against Marvel Turkey. They have a slightly lower Alliance rating than us, but we're equal on war rating. And one of the main reasons I wanted to record these videos was so that I could improve as a player, kind of look back at my wars and see how they went and learn from them and learn from the mistakes that I made and keep going even when it doesn't go very well. And that's basically what you're going to see here. So going in again with the Trinity, I am at this moment at my kids' gymnastics practice, and I'm thinking, it's going to be an easy fight. I can do it. No problem. First fight, unblockable special 2, so I'm going in with Spark to get that automatic evade. And it's Groot. So, alright, I fight Groot constantly, always taking that path in AQ. Not really afraid of this guy. Just gonna build up to my S2 and hit him with it. It takes a little while. You have to hit him a bunch of times, but I'm not worried. It's just Groot. Just sitting there, looking up from my screen a little bit, make sure my kids are not running away. Hit him with the L2. Everything is going fine. At this point, I back off, right? Because I don't want him getting to that L2. And he just will not throw it. I'm trying to bait. I don't have the taunt up right now. And he's going to end up clipping me here with a medium. This is something that still gets me with Spark, is I will be able to evade the first hit. But if the second one comes quickly, sometimes I'll get clipped by it. And then I get hit again. Because now I'm pissed and I'm flustered and I'm shaking and acting like a fool. So, of course, I don't evade that S2 because I got hit by a Cosmic Champion. So my auto evade is off as well. So I almost die to Groot on the first node. Close call. At this point, I'm looking at my second fight, which is a 6-star skill champion. I'm thinking the most frightening thing it could be is Kingpin, but I'm not expecting Kingpin on this node. So for some reason, I was thinking maybe this is going to be a Netflix Daredevil. I'm kind of just looking ahead, seeing what else is on this path, trying to decide who I want to use in order to maybe save Blade, save Spark. And that's what I end up deciding to do. Even though I'm going up against the 6-star champ, I'm going with my 4-star Ghost Rider. If anything goes wrong, I can heal up. And it's Karnak. Excellent. So, Karnak, what can you say? It's not a difficult fight. My favorite thing about Karnak is that, when he throws his S1, he's basically just asking you to smack him in the face right afterwards. So, baiting that guy is pretty easy. This is the kind of fight where there's not a lot of commentary to provide. It's just kind of me hitting Karnak 100 times, waiting for him to bait that S2, and then just stand there, waiting to be smacked around. Thanks. Piece of cake. Yeah, what can I say? I guess if you're going to pull a 6-star skill champ, and it's not going to be Kingpin, Karnak's a pretty good option, as I understand. His True Strike ability is going to be really useful for dealing with Mephistos and, Nightcrawlers, obviously, any sort of evade champ, but also with MODOK. So one of these days, probably the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be able to pull my first 6-star champ. And while Karnak is not really high on the list, I wouldn't mind. Here I've been stalling, talking about Karnak for quite some time, and I'm still hitting him. 84, 85, 86, right? So, of course, this fight would have gone a lot faster if I brought in my Blade or my Spark, but I was playing it safe and slow, and I don't regret that. Took a minute and a half, but I killed that Karnak real good with Ghost Rider, 91 hits. So at this point, the night is over. I get up the next morning. I'm just kind of moving a little bit before I go to bed. And then I wake up the next morning and my path is mostly done. Skilled ahead of me has already died 3 times to this Cosmic Spidey. So I'm thinking, all right, I'll just finish this guy off. Maybe I'll get a couple hits at that jugs later with my blade. I'll just use a small boost just because I have him. I'm not really worried. He's only got 40k health left. It's a Cosmic Spidey. It's not as hard as a regular Spidey. No problem. But as you'll recall, the thing to remember about going up against these Cosmic Champions, thanks for the notification. That threw me off. I forgot about that. So obnoxious. So everything's going fine so far. But what I'm doing here is I'm wasting parries, right? Because he is in his evade mode right after his special. So he is going to be really difficult to hit. And what I should be doing is just backing out at this point, right? But instead I'm parrying him and then not hitting him. And he has limber. So it's completely foolish. Again, what happened with this Spidey, the same thing that happened to me last war, where I just don't parry. I miss the parry. I get hit. And I'm dead. It was embarrassing. Go back in. I'll use blade this time. No problem. Gonna have to evade the S1. But I did that perfectly well last war. I've done it many times before. Not worried. Things are going well so far. Just making him bleed a little bit. And get off my L1. Missed. I think you actually evaded too soon. Right there. As I'm looking back at it. And the thing I'm really noticing, what I'm learning from this war footage, in addition to just reflecting on my own inadequacy as a player, occasionally, is that I'm not being patient enough. I'm being way too aggressive. This serves me well in most forms of gameplay. It works okay in AQ, but it's just not working in Alliance War, and that's something I'm going to have to change. So I go back in with my Ghost Rider. I'm just going to finish this guy off. Hopefully not die again. This time I do manage to evade. But, I can't hit him while he has his evade on. So I'm just sitting here waiting this time, playing a lot more patiently. I've learned from the mistakes I made in my first 2 fights. And it makes me capable of finishing this fight, even though I, again, missed that evade. Try to smack him. I think I have a tendency to panic a little bit with these Alliance War fights if things start to go poorly, to just lose my composure. So we did end up losing this one. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't just my fault. We died a lot more times than they did. So even though we had them on diversity, I was not the only one who had, I think, kind of a pretty bad war. Although, as you'll see, I had an especially bad one. But again, the point is to learn, and I learned, and I will continue to learn. Thanks for checking this out. See you next time.